Hello and welcome. What we'll be looking at today is how to reduce the number of spam submissions that are coming through any public-facing form on your website. And the most obvious form that is used for spam submissions is the Contact Us. So that is what we will look at in a moment. The first thing I want to show you is how the experience for the visitor does not change at all. Here's our front-facing form. It's a Contact Us form which collects the first name, the last name, the email, phone, a message, and it has a reCAPTCHA verification as well. And now I'm going to show you what I would see as an administrator on the back end, which is the actual raw submission. So in here we can see that the fields are pretty much mirrored of what we just saw on the front end. The first name, last name, email, phone, and the message. Once we're ready to activate spam filtering, we head over to the form section. We find the form that we're looking for. In our case, it's the Contact Us form. We simply click on Edit. We head underneath the Settings tab. We just scroll down to this section, which is the Enable Spam Filter. So I'm just going to go ahead and activate that, and I'm going to save our form at this time. Now, coming back to the actual form, we can see here nothing has changed. All of the fields remain exactly the same, and my experience from a visitor's perspective is exactly the same. However, on our submissions, we will now find a toggle of whether the system has identified the submission as a spam item or not. So I'm just going to go ahead and submit this form so that we can actually see what that result looks like. And since I'm logged in, all of my data is pre-filled. Now I'm just going to go ahead and add a message. Submit a reCAPTCHA and submit our item here. If we come back into the administrative panel, we can see here that the submission looked generally well to the system, and it has not been classified as spam. If we were to come back, now let's pretend we are a spammer. So I'm going to go ahead and sign out. And I'm going to go ahead and fill this in. And this is a pretty generic spam message that we see across the board. It's either an online pharmacy or other, underground online store. Now I'm going to go ahead and submit this. And if we come back into the submissions, we are not seeing that submission because by default we're displaying what the system sees as genuine submissions. However, I as the administrator can always flip the tab, view my what the system has deemed as a spam submission. That way I can review them manually and unclassify them as spam if I wish to do so. So let's say there was a false positive, something got flagged as spam. I can, as an administrator, do that. So the way I would accomplish that is simply go over here to the spam column and click on that, which would then reclassify that entry as non-spam. And that is how you go about enabling the spam filter for your form submissions on your Members Village website. Thanks for watching.